we got into Savannah was check-in, but we were too early, so we decided to walk around and explore Savannah. All these cute little gift shops, and we went in and checked some of them out to find gifts for family and friends. They had a ton of these little parks scattered all throughout Savannah, and I knew they were different ones because of the statue in the middle. It was such a beautiful day to just walk around and explore Savannah, but as soon as we got tired and hungry, we decided to stop by Arts Cafe. And it was such a really cute and unique cafe. I would definitely suggest coming here and checking it out. So some of my friends didn't want anything from Arts Cafe, so we decided to come check out Sixpence Pub, and I loved it. It was such a cute and old-timey looking building, and we just had a great lunch in there. After we finished eating lunch, we decided to walk around and check out all the cool buildings in Savannah. We just loved all the old buildings and all the architecture that we found. It was just such a nice day to walk around and explore. Which was the most beautiful and biggest park in Savannah, Georgia, I swear. And it had this amazing huge fountain in the middle of it all, and it was just gorgeous. I have to say today was a super hot day as we were walking around, and I really wanted to jump in that fountain, but sadly it had a gate around it, so yeah.
It feels like very soft.
Drove around until we found ourselves in the Victorian district of Savannah, and I gotta say, it was beautiful. They had all these lovely houses that we just wanted to live in.
We're trying to find our car. No idea where it's at.
So we decided to go check out a haunted house next because Savannah is known to be haunted. Here's a little sneak peek of what it was like.
I'm going to give you a little bit of history about it, and also about the family who lived here. From the years of 1836 through 1840, this house was designed and constructed by Charles B. Kluski for Francis Sorrell, who was having the house built for his second wife Matilda as a wedding gift. Francis and Matilda are both pictured in the top corners of this frame over here. Francis, he was born in 1793 on the island of Saint Domingue, which is now what we know as Haiti. And during this time was a French colony. He was born to his father, Antoine Sorel, a French nobleman, and also his mother, Eugenia, who was a free woman of color on the island. Unfortunately, roughly 7 weeks after Francis was born, Eugenia did pass away due to complications in the childbirth, leaving him with Antoine and the rest of her family. 2 years after this, in 1795, during the Haitian Revolution, it was very dangerous for Antoine to be on the island, so he fled, leaving Francis behind at 2 years old.
What?
Francis was then left with Eugenia's family, and what they would have done is probably hide him somewhere smaller in their house to keep him safe. Around 19 years after this, he was working on a shipping dock on the island. This is where he met two very wealthy shipping merchants, the Douglas brothers. The Douglas brothers, they became pretty good friends with Francis. He worked with them on the island for a while, and eventually they decided they needed help expanding their business throughout America. So they brought him back here with them. They taught him everything that they knew, all about the shipping industry, how to operate a business, even how to speak English. And on one of their travels, they brought him to Virginia, where he was introduced to the Moxley family and his first wife, Lucinda. Francis and Lucinda, they got married, they had 3 children, but they were only married for about 5 years, because Lucinda fell under the devil's disease. And does anyone know what the devil's disease was? Yellow fever. Now, yellow fever, unfortunately, it did take the life of Lucinda, leaving Francis with 3 very young children and all his business to run. But her family didn't really trust him well enough to do all of that by himself. So 2 years after her death, they arranged a marriage to her younger sister, Matilda. That's where the house built. It has been argued on whether there was some love interest involved, maybe not completely marriage based around a contract. But either way, Matilda did give Francis 8 more children.
Wow.
And 3 out of those 8 never saw the age of 7. Out of those 3, Matilda Ann was the oldest, and when she was 6 years old, she died on the 4th floor of this house in what used to be the children's quarters of scarlet fever. Now,
It's a lady.
Right. And they absolutely loved the house. They walked into
It's a pretty house.
and immediately fell in love with both of the parlor rooms, but this side a little bit more than the other side.
So we finally made it to our hotel room and we're all checked in, and it was a really nice hotel, and with all the walking we've done, we're ready to crash for the night. So I hope y'all stay tuned for part 2 of our adventures in Savannah, and I'll see y'all next time. Like and subscribe.